A dream, a vision, a commitment of providing the world's finest in alternative healthcare. An idea born in California, made possible in Mexico. Dr. John Bergman.
For about the last 5 years, see, we're very effective at correcting spinal subluxations, correcting autonomic nervous system dysfunction, fantastic. But for the last few years, people are getting more and more and more toxic. And I mean with vaccines, toxic food, medication. And so we had to find some way to detox them. Because you could do the greatest adjustment in the world, but if somebody has mercury fillings or cavitations or subclinical infections, or they're suffering the end result of years of toxicity, such as aluminum toxicity. So we're looking at dementia, or heavy metal poisoning, or glyphosate toxicity. By gosh, you've got to find a way to get those toxins out of the system. And IV chelation is one of the absolute best and most effective. You can do a little bit through oral chelation, so I always had an idea, what if we could blend the clinics? So if I can find somebody with mercury fillings or cavitations, get a Huggins protocol dentist. And then we could find somebody that understands the neurology behind stem cells and to detox and add nutrients to the body, to get a healthy body before you even do stem cells, and then to check the structural and neurologic and autonomic function. And it's always been a dream of mine to have everything in one place. And it's almost like a genie gave me a bottle and said, okay, make your wish. It came through. That's what we got. We've got, I mean, in my mind, one of the finest clinics in the world. I know there's a lot of clinics out there that do stem cells, but to do the corrective chiropractic neurology to restore the blood supply, nerve supply, and biomechanics, I don't know of any other facility. And to add the stem cells with the corrective chiropractic and the detoxing, and then you add in the Huggins protocol dentistry, I really feel that we're unique in the world. The results we get are beyond symptoms. Beyond symptoms means that the body is restored through objective analysis. We look at live blood cell analysis. We look at nerve scans, so that when we say that your body is healthy and ready to take on the world, we mean it. And this way, you, instead of having a symptom-free or feeling better or better results or better symptoms, you get your maximum correction, maximum health, maximum vitality. And this is how you can experience life. People in medical school, chiropractic schools, osteopathic schools, physical therapy schools, naturopathy schools, they're all taught certain dogmatic approaches. What this requires is to look beyond the dogma, to look at the actual anatomy, physiology, and neurology, and look beyond a diagnosis of a disease. In so much of our healthcare now is they give you a diagnosis, a label, and people are not asking the critical questions of where that disease process started. Where does it come from? Could this be an intelligent process of the body? Take Hashimoto's for disease, for an example. Hashimoto's is supposed to be unknown. It could be hyper, it could be hypothyroid. But no one's looking at the cause. What we'll do is, beyond the diagnosis, we'll look at the physical, chemical, and emotional stressors, and we look at that dis-ease has an intelligent response by the body based on the environmental stimulus. So by changing that perception of the body, or the strength of the body, looking at the physical, chemical, emotional stressors, addressing those three, then the body heals itself. Changing that basic principle that the body is self-healing, self-regulating, and that the diagnosis is not the tangible entity that is affecting the person, that the diagnosis is really an adaptive physiological process based on the stressors, the physical, chemical, and emotional stressors that person has suffered from. The basic chiropractic principles is the body is self-healing and self-regulating. And that's basic principles of anatomy and physiology. So we're just bringing it back to old school, getting the pharmaceutical industry back to where they should be in acute care and not in healthcare, and turning this chronic healthcare crisis that we have around into bodies that are being appreciated, that are respected, and that are self-healing and self-regulating, instead of a disease-focused, a vitalistic approach, and that's the key. I invite you to come down to our clinic in Mexico to explore. And think of this, with 90% of the nerves coming off your spine having no pain fibers, to use symptoms to guide your care is inaccurate. So what we do, when your first trip down, we do a thorough assessment, a complete blood cell count, a thorough structural assessment, full body thermography, live blood cell analysis, full dental checkup. So we look at your physical, chemical, neurologic stressors, and all of those. Then we develop a plan. Now we have a team. We have the best Huggins protocol dentist. We have the best stem cell experts in the country, actually in the world. Okay, and the best corrective chiropractors. And we get together in a group to decide on how best to restore and renew your body's adaptability. And this is the key. It's a multidisciplinary practice. So get down there, get scheduled, and we will find the best processes to restore and renew your body back to what it should be. The best way to get in contact with us is through our websites and also to call our office directly.